Hey, everybody. Let me say something to you. You consider yourself top tier, or you consider yourself high value. Okay. So now let me ask you a question. If you consider yourself top tier or high value, why do you consider yourself top tier or high value? Before I get into this video message, let me give you guys the definition of both of those terms. High value just means you, not me, not your mother, not your friend, or friends, not people of the cloth, not your co-workers, not your children. That doesn't mean that others will consider or believe you're high value. High value is simply you personally consider yourself valuable. And I'm not here to tell you that you're right or wrong to consider yourself valuable. Okay? That's number one. Number two, let's talk about top tier. The definition of top tier simply means of the highest level or quality. That is the definition of top tier. And again, another news flash and surprise. Just because you personally consider yourself of the highest level of quality or value, it doesn't mean that others will feel that way about you. It doesn't mean that others will believe these things about you. So I am making this video message because you guys know that now we live in a world where the internet, they love to use a lot of words all the time when it comes to speaking on themselves or people, places, things, and situations. And two of the most overused words that you will hear is someone talking about being top tier or talking about being high value. People also will put these terms in the dating pool and as far as your interactions and connections with other people go. They will tell you that if someone is not of high value or if they are not top tier, that you should not be connected to them. You should not talk to them. You should not do business with them. You should not marry them. You should not date them. And a lot of these people who put their self on this pedestal of being high value and top tier. Again, I'm not saying you are wrong to consider yourself valuable, because let me just make this clear. Let me make this clear because I know you guys are quick to get defensive, and I know you guys are quick to get offended, and I know you guys are quick to be like, oh, I'm unfollowing her. I don't like what she's talking about. I know how you guys operate. I'm accustomed to it, and I don't really get deep into that. Because I told you, when you guys unsubscribe to me and leave, you've served your time and season. And as quick as you leave out, new ones come in. So I'm not mad about it. But let me tell you guys something. All of us should consider ourselves high value. You should consider yourself valuable, because I don't care how your life looks. I don't care what mistakes or failures you have made. You are still a valuable person. You are still a valuable person. Maybe the way that you consider yourself to be valuable, I personally may not consider you valuable in that aspect, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't think there are qualities about you that are valuable, and vice versa. People can look at me and say, well, she is valuable, but the way I personally look at myself as being valuable, I know for a fact that other people are not always going to view me in the same light that I view myself. To be even more honest and to go deeper, the way God sees you in his eyes as being valuable, other people are not going to be in agreement with that. because other people don't always see what God sees in you. And I guess it's not even supposed to be like that because people didn't create you. God did. So there's that. But people who consider themselves top tier, that's again of the highest quality and of the highest level. And so I asked you guys, why do you consider yourself high value or top tier when some of you all lack the basics of falling under those two categories? What are the basics that I'm speaking of? Let's start with the first three. Having standards, having values, and having morals. A lot of people that you run into who consider themselves high value and top tier, they simply lack standards, morals, and values. Some of these people have no problem sleeping with your husband. They have no problem sleeping with your wife. They have no problem stealing from you. They have no problem telling vicious lies about you. They have no problem spreading rumors about you. They have no problem setting you up to look like a clown. They have no problem setting stumbling blocks in front of you so you don't get to a higher level where you can be elevated to make more money, to develop relationships with people that can help you to create a business, or they can help you to work on something that you are weak at. These people have no problem stepping on the scene, and if you're in the room, making you feel like you are nobody or you are not important. But these people will consider themselves top tier or high value. These people have no problem. And you guys can say, oh, she's being judgmental. No, I'm being real. I'm being real because you guys have got to stop taking on this air about yourself or this spirit where you're saying that you're top tier or you're high value, but simple basic things about your character are not there. So you would not necessarily fall in the category of saying you are of the highest level and quality. See, let me tell you guys something what the world is doing, and it's disgusting. People have begun to place themselves in a category of being top tier and of high value based off material possessions or how they look, or the money that's in their bank account. These people will believe that because they have a lot of money in their bank account, or they get paid weekly a lot of money, or they have a huge salary or a huge 401k, or they have a particular house, or because they are extremely disciplined in their physical appearance as far as like going to the gym. And nothing is wrong with this stuff. See, like I said, nothing is wrong with this. Nothing is wrong with caring about your appearance and working your butt off to get that car that you want or to get that house that you want. Don't mistake what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people who place themselves in the category of being high value and top tier, they lack good character. They lack morals. They will cross you. They will backdoor you. And outside of the money that they make, outside of the money that they have in their bank account, outside of how they physically look, outside of the car they drive or the house that they dwell in, you have nothing. You literally have nothing. You are a liar. You are a slanderer. You are a big gossip. You are jealous spirited. You are envious. You are insecure. You get angry at people who set boundaries. You get angry when you come across someone who has a high level of confidence in spite of, Because let me tell you guys something. You got to get over thinking that because people are out here being attacked in their body or their finances or in their family with their children, or something happened with their job, or they lost their house or whatever, you guys got to get out of being uncomfortable and pissed off because these people still get up looking good, and they wash themselves, and they make sure their hair is on point, or they have confidence and they still have hope and believe that at some point their life is going to change for the better. And some of you all that are always saying that you are top tier or of high value, you don't even know how to simply talk to people. When you talk to people, you are talking about only your accomplishments. Oh, well, I don't want to be connected to so-and-so because they're not on nothing. They're not doing what I'm doing. We are always quick to dismiss the people who we feel have not arrived. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm including myself in this, none of us have arrived. The rest of our lives, we are always going to be in some type of fight or battle, period. And if you got past, by the grace of God, if you got past one storm or one battle, you better prepare yourself because another one is coming. It's coming. And that's life. This is not my opinion. This is what Jesus warned us about. This is what he talked about in the word of God. There is always going to be some type of battle. And it's only by his abundant grace, mercy, and uncommon favor in many of our lives that we are still standing and making it. And that's it. I don't have anything deeper to tell you than that. So what I'm telling you guys, when you start to listen to people tell you, you know what, don't date this type of woman because she's not top tier. Don't date this type of man because he's not of high value. Pay attention to what their definition of top tier and high value is. When you dig into it and go a little bit deeper, or you have conversations with these people who consider themselves top tier or high value, they are only saying that they are top tier or high value because of the job that they have, because of the money they make, because of the car they drive, because of the house they live in, or simply because of how they look. If they're a real pretty woman, or they're an attractive man, and they're a ladies' man, a lot of women want them, or a lot of men want that woman. But these are the same people that have no problem being half naked on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. These are the same people, okay? They will dismiss you simply because you had a particular failure in your life, and they will completely throw you in the trash and say you're not valuable, oh, because you don't own a business. You're not making the money I'm making. But excuse me, some people who are rich out here, they used to live in their car. They used to be poor. Some people that you see who has a body that's on point and they are extremely disciplined in the gym, they come from being very sick. And God touched them, and God gave them a method and showed them how to begin to eat differently, and he transformed them. So I'm saying all that to say, if you feel like right now you are top tier or you are of some value, what were you before you made the discovery, or you just felt like, or I guess somebody told you you are top tier or high value? You mean to tell me from birth, all your life, you've been top tier and high value? And this, again, is not saying that you were a nobody. All of us are starting off somewhere. I don't believe in this system of by a certain age you should have particular things. Because there are some people that became successful when they turned 40. There are some people that became successful or they tackled something at 50. There are some people who are in their 60s and they just went back to college, or they just graduated from college. So I think the bottom line here is, What do you personally consider top tier? And I want you to answer that, but not use how you look, your house, your car, or your money. What else is it about you that you can bring to the table and you can be proud about or even brag about, and it's not in the lane of your body or your face, or as the younger people say, the face card? Okay, those of you that say, oh, my face card, it's not declining, whatever. The thing is, outside of that, what else is it about you that's of value? Some of you are you probably won't even be able to answer this question, because for a long time, all you brag about is your money. All you brag about is your purses. All you brag about is your shoes. All you brag about is the rims on your car. All you brag about is where you live at. All you brag about is your name brand clothing. But outside of that, what else is beautiful about you? What is your moral compass? How do you talk to people on a day-to-day basis? How do you treat people? And people who don't have what you have, but you see them with morals, how are you interacting with them? Are you calling them judgmental? Are you telling them, oh, you feel like you superior? How does somebody feel like they're superior because they choose to not sleep with people, husbands or wives, or they choose to not drink or smoke, or they choose to not be cutthroat and tell lies on people, or just be evil? Some people just freestand and they are just evil people. They are just naturally evil people. They are just mean people. You say hi to them and smile. Oh, she doing too much. Oh, he doing too much. Oh, she extra. Oh, he extra. Wow, really? Again, guys, I'm making this video message to tell you to reevaluate you putting that label on yourself as being top tier or valuable. You are definitely valuable. I don't care who you are. You are valuable. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your size is. I don't care where you live. You are a human being. You are valuable. But I do know that what I consider top tier and what I consider valuable is really not possessions. I'm looking at your heart. I'm looking at your spirit. I'm looking at your character. Because, baby, when I tell you that I know a lot of people that drive the luxury cars and they got the job and they make good money and they got the big house or the lavish apartment, and they are straight evil. They are so messy. When they can't get their way, or when that jealousy spirit comes up and it manifests itself, they gonna work overtime. I have experienced it and I have seen it for many, many years, and I'm gonna always expose that and I'm gonna always address that, because I can't stand it when I see it in people. See, like I said, when you just have a normal, healthy level of jealousy, I think all of us have experienced that, but it's just some people, it is just a high level where, baby, they want you dead. They gonna do whatever they can to remove you. They don't care what they gotta do. Just your presence makes them uncomfortable. And that's just what it is. So again, what is top tier and high value to you outside of how you look, what's in your bank account, and what you out here driving? And guess what? Date who you like. Date who God told you is okay to date. Stop getting on the internet listening to people tell you, don't date that woman, don't date that man. I told men in a video some months ago that if a woman likes you, she's going to like you. And I don't care who does not agree with that. You don't have to go along with what I say. You don't have to agree. I don't get upset or offended by that. But if I like you, I don't care if you standing on a bus stop or riding a bike, or if you got a string that closes your car door, then I like you. And that's it. It's not up for debate. Not with me. It's not. You all can argue in the comment section, but I'm not going to go back and forth with you. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. Date who you want to date. Okay? Because let me tell you something before I end this video message. Where you see people is not always where they're going to be. Things change. Seasons change. Levels change. People change. This is why some of you all, you have trashed that ex and you have marked them out as being nothing. And then you run into them 10, 15, 20, years later, and they are totally different from what you knew them to be, and then you want them again. But wait, you dropped them because they were not top tier or high value. And now the man or the woman that you wanted them to be, they are now at that point. But it's too late for you. Now you can't get them because they've moved on. They have elevated mentally, spiritually, morally. So now you don't fit in with them. Even if they started off and they were the type of person you were, where they were cutthroat, where they were conniving, where they were lazy, where they were fat, where they were broke, where they constantly was taking L's. Now they're winning. Now their season has changed for the better. And now you're trying to reconnect. But there is no reconnection because they have moved on and forgotten about you. They have forgiven you, but they did not forget how you treated them and how you talked to them. Be careful out here how you treating people and how you view them and how you talking to them, because you never know how their life would turn out later down the line. You are valuable, but who are you that makes you consider yourself top tier outside of how you look or what you have accomplished? The rabbit hole goes so much deeper into you truly saying, you know what, I am top tier. And guess what? None of us really, if I get technical, are really top tier like that, because we are not God. God is of the highest quality and the highest level. So when you start entering into that, making it like you are God, and people have to bow to you and worship you, and you just above everybody else. See, now you entering into another realm, and it's not of God. But I'm going to leave that alone. I'll probably talk about that in another video message. But this is the video message. Well, guys, I know it's a sad time for you, but I gotta go. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything that I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. I'm not worried about it, because I know and I truly believe you will forgive me in the morning.